is firm, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. That's a good point, man. Like I was giving out, like I was saying before, they're destroying all the images of these different so-called black celebrities, Israelite celebrities, right? But when it comes to their celebrities, they ain't getting no flack. They ain't getting no documentary made against them, man. But they're doing worse. You understand what I'm saying? What about the Catholic priests, man? Touching little boys, man. When they gonna do a documentary on that? You see what I'm saying? Right? And we don't give a damn about R. Kelly or Michael Jackson, man. Yeah, they're talented artists, but you know they're wicked too, man. They ain't right. But the whole point is, look at the hypocrisy of Esau Edom, man. Look at his hypocrisy. He wants to destroy the image of our people, the Israelites, but his own people that no one speaks. Robert Kraft, that was swept under the rug, man. No one speaks about Robert Kraft no more, man. No one speaks about what's his name, Randy Saville, okay? And he's a well-known pedophile, man. He's into all type of freakism, man. All right. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, and violence cover them as a garment, man. Because they're not being accused of anything. They're not being persecuted for anything, man. All right. So they continue with their violence. All right. They continue with their pride. That's Esau Edom, man. All right. And it says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, man. And that's what Esau Edom does to a T. When you bring up slavery or anything like that, man, you bring up slavery, you bring up the things that happen to the Native Americans and this and that, right? Or the so-called Latinos, they want you to forget about it, man. Because what? He speaks wickedly concerning oppression, man. You understand? But when it's on the other foot, that's when Esau Edom wants justice, man. When it's for him, that's when he wants justice. Okay? But when it's for the Israelites, that's Esau has a big problem. Why are you bringing that up? Oh, you need to get over it. You're racist. They try to call us racist, man. All right? You understand what I'm saying? So Esau Edom is a big hypocrite, man. Okay? Because if you look at it, look at the Israeli state, man. That's the biggest welfare state on the planet. Those are the biggest welfare babies on the planet. They get billions of dollars every year for the Holocaust, man. You Negroes, what do you so-called Negroes get for hundreds of years of slavery, man? Right? You understand? You see where Esau Edom's the devil? You see what we call these so-called white people the devil? All right? And the reason we say so-called white, because they're not white, all right? They call themselves white, but they're really red, all right? They go from a pinkish color to a dark red color, man, all right? And that's because their skin is translucent, man, okay? And you even have Israelites that look like that. You even have Israelites that have that curse, man, okay? But they're going to be changed in the kingdom. They ain't going to look like that in the kingdom. Think an Israelite gonna come looking like an Edomite or a Gook in the kingdom? Nah, man, they're gonna look like an Israelite, man. They're gonna have that royal look again. Let's continue. It says, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of full cup are wrung out to them. All right? And they say, how doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? And Esau doesn't want there to be a heavenly father, man. Because the so-called white man knows if there's a heavenly father, he's in trouble, man. If there's really a power in the heavens, he's in trouble, man. Okay? and it's even worse that he knows that we're coming out and saying that the power looks like us, man. So you know he knows he's gonna get judged. All right? Okay? The Most High has that cup prepared for you, man. Let's get that in, what's that, Jeremiah 49? The Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, has that cup prepared for you Edomites. All right? This is Jeremiah 49, and I'll start at verse 12. It says, for thus saith the Lord power, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished. All right, right? They whose cup was not, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup. We wasn't supposed to drink of that cup, man. We weren't really, the Most High did not create us to go into slavery. He didn't create the Israelites to be slaves, man. He created us to be rulers of this planet, man. All right? Yashar Allah. All right? That's the name, that's what Israel's, that's how it's pronounced in the Hebrew. It means he is a prince of the power, man. Okay? That's why we're blessed with all these talents that we have, man. Because we're princes of God, man. We're sons of God. All right? It ain't no coincidence, man. All right? Oh, no. It's because slavery, you develop that strong. Are you stupid, man? How do we develop the singing talent, man? How do we invent all this music you see, man? That's inspiration from the Most High. All right? That's the Heavenly Father giving us that inspiration. Why? Because we're sons of God. All right? And it says, for thus, I'll read that again. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it, man. So the Most High said, hell no, man. You Edomites are not going to be unpunished for all the wickedness you've done. Okay? The slavery you've done. Nah, he said, nah, you're going to drink of that cup. Everything that you've done is going to come on you, man. But it's going to come double. All right? And I'll get that in Revelations in a second, man. It says, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. All right? So that's it, man. And Basra is what? A chief city of Edom. All right? The Edomites rule the world, man. So the Most High is coming back to destroy Esau, man. All right? That's what's going to happen, man. The Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, is coming back to destroy Edom. Let's get Malachi 1. And there's a reason they don't do no documentaries on Edomites, man. Because they know that they are Edomites. If they do a documentary, then guess what? They have to go to Haman, which was a Macedonian, right? Which Macedonians and Greeks are of the same ilk, all right? They're both Edomites. It's both so-called white people. Now there's a problem. You understand? When they come out with that type of truth, now there's a problem. Now we have to connect the dots with the Bible. All right? This is Malachi 1 verse, I'll start at verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I have loved Jacob, all right? Which Jacob is what? You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains in his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. All right? Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Now when did that happen, man? When was Esau Edom called the border of wickedness, man? That didn't happen yet. Matter of fact, excuse me, that's happening now, I should say. Because we're coming out, we're saying that Esau Edom is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. And they call themselves Caucasian today, all right? Right? The so-called white people, all right? That's what we're coming out and saying. So now he's being called the border of wickedness, but it's going to be well known across the planet that he's the border of wickedness, that he is the wicked, all right? Which means everywhere that he goes, what follows? Wickedness, man. Evil. You understand? It says, verse 3, and I hated Esau. Well, that shows you the Most High hates. That shows you God hates, man. He hates a certain people, man. You understand? Let's continue. It says, Salakia. Let's continue. It says, I lost that. All right, perfect. And that shows you he hates a certain people. Whereas Edom's Salakia. And I hate verse 3. I jump back to verse 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. All right. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, and we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And the people, all right, says the people, not the person, Not speaking about Esau individually, but his whole race, his whole nation, man. All right? The people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever, man. Which means hatred or righteous anger forever, man. Okay? So the Most High made it clear that he hates the Edomites, man. That's why they're not going to make a documentary on who the Edomites are. Because the fingers are going to point to themselves, man. All right? You see what I'm saying? The Most High, the Rothschilds, they're not going to allow nobody to, they don't want that to come out. All right? But they know who they are. All right? They know that they're Edomites. They know they're of the house of Esau. Okay? I don't remember who said that, but someone came out and said that the Rothschilds, they know that they're of the house of Esau. They know they descend from Esau. All right? But at the same time, they're calling themselves Jews, man. They're calling themselves Jewish people. All right? So these devils know exactly what they're doing, man. They know exactly what they're doing, man. All right? When they got that land, you're right, that fed into their deception even more, man. So now to the point these average people believe that that they're actually the Jews. They believe that they're the Israelites. You understand? So that was all playing into their hand, man. All right? But now it's being found out. Now they're being found out. Now they're being called out. No, you're not the Israelites. You don't fit any of the prophecies. Okay? Now, first of all, the curses were set there for a sign, man. You don't fit none of these curses, man. You don't fit any of the things that the Israelites would be doing, right? So we know that this book is not speaking about you, man. All right? Let's get Ezekiel, matter of fact. Get Ezekiel 36. And then I'll jump to the curses, man. Because the curses are going to show you that was set there for a sign, man. For us to see who the Israelites are today. All right? Because the Most High knew what was going to happen. This is Ezekiel 36.